Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This Photo News Fix is brought to you by the new Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which I've been using for all of my recent vlogs. This new mic has added some sweet features, including a safety track, rechargeable battery, and it simply turns on and off when you turn the camera on and off. For more information, you can head on over to bit.ly/FroRode. Where we're going, we need roads. Here's a scheduling update. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday for a new fix, and if there's enough news, we'll do one Friday as well. First up, JOBY and Lowepro have been gobbled up by the Vitek Group. If you're like me wondering who the hell the Vitek Group is, maybe you've heard of a little company called Manfrotto, no relation to Frodo, and another one called Gitzo. Well, they're all owned by this parent company along with 20 other brands used by photographers around the world. JOBY, the developers of the GorillaPod, no relation to Naruto, so no reason to pay PETA, sold to a company called Damon back in 2011, only 5 years after being founded. Lowepro, on the other hand, was founded in 1967 by photographer Greg Lowe and acquired by Damon in 2002. Vitek says, and I quote, "The acquisition will enable Vitek to become the leading global provider of accessories within the newer and fast-growing iPhoneography and vlogging markets, as well as strengthen their position within the photographic bag market." No terms of the deal were disclosed, but if I had to guess, there might have been thousands of dollars exchanging hands. I mean millions. Now, I personally own and use a bunch of different JOBY products, from the GorillaPod to the suction cup mounts that we use for GoPros to attach them to cars. And by the way, they work really well. I've owned some Lowepro bags in the past, but as of now, I'm a loyal Think Tank user. Speaking of vlogging, have you seen the 2 vlogs I put up recently? Well, the links are down below if you're on YouTube. Are you part of the Adobe Cloud ecosystem, or are you someone who is anti-Adobe subscription model choices? Well, either way, Adobe doesn't really care because they're laughing all the way to the bank. They have just posted a record quarterly revenue of $1.84 billion, which is a 26% year-on-year growth, with $1.27 billion of that profit coming from their digital media segment, which includes Creative Cloud. Steven, I guess that subscription model is working well after all. This growth piggybacks off of last quarter's profits of $1.77 billion, and Adobe is anticipating the fourth quarter revenue to be around $1.95 billion. Now, the press release goes on to get even more Wall Street.
Blue Horseshoe loves Nikon steel.
So I will spare you the information since I have no idea what it means anyway. But if you'd like to read it, feel free, it's linked below. In celebration, Adobe has decided to leave the pricing the same and keep making more money.
I'm rich, bitch!
Are you still fighting the subscription model in a subscription world? Speaking of subscriptions, you don't need one for My Gear Vault because it's free. Download it right now at mygearvault.com. And finally, the iPhone 8 Plus has the best camera ever in a smartphone ever.
Forever.
Steven, did I already say ever yet? No?
Forever.
According to DxOMark, which everyone knows I love, DxOMark says, and read this in a French accent, the Apple iPhone 8 Plus has a main camera system truly worthy of a flagship phone. It's the best performing mobile device camera we have ever tested. And if you're wondering, that's French Canadian. If you're ever wondering what it scored a 94, which is higher than what I ever got in English class because I couldn't conjugate a verb or a noun or anything involving English. Anyway, if I haven't mentioned it yet, 94 means it's the best ever in a smartphone. The latest iPhone 8 Plus main camera is sporting a 12 megapixel BSI sensor with an f1.8 lens and a 12 megapixel telephoto camera with a 2.8 lens. Now, Steven, call me when the D850 sensor finds its way into a phone. DxO has added 2 new categories, zoom image quality and bokeh quality, or bokeh, or bokeh, or now I wonder if that's for natural bokeh or for portrait mode. With a score of 94, the Plus is 2 points ahead of the new iPhone 8 and 4 points ahead of the Google Pixel, though I think that will change when the new Pixel is released. DxO goes on to say, Steven, should I do it in French Canadian again or stick to English? It's at the top of the scoring charts in nearly every category, and in particular, its advanced software allows it to do an amazing job of capturing high dynamic range scenes and images in which it can recognize faces. That's it, it's final. I'm selling my D850 to get an iPhone 8 Plus. By the way, if you haven't seen our D850 real-world review just yet, be sure to check it out. Now, there's still one more new iPhone that has yet to be tested, the iPhone 10. Now, don't call it the X or Apple will kill you. It's the 10, though it does really actually look like an X, Steven. Now, I hopefully should be getting my hands on an iPhone 8 Plus this week and will do my own brand of texting. I mean, testing, which will have nothing to do with charts. And there you have it, that's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last photo news fix, please go ahead and click on the screen right here. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're watching this on Facebook, give it a Sherry McSherrison. That's it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.